Aloha, my name is Fozia and I've been using Hairprint for about 3 years now, and it has totally healed and changed my hair. So I actually did Hairprint on myself a few days ago, and I filmed the whole process because I wanted to show you step by step what I do, how it works. I wanted to talk about my tips and tricks so that you can have success with Hairprint too. So you can really see I've got a lot of gray hair and white hair. I have a pretty awesome streak right in here as well. And it's so great because, you know, with natural hair, even with really dark hair like mine, we have natural variations. We have highlights, even though you don't normally think that dark hair would have highlights. See, I've got all this gray in here. So what's so beautiful about Hairprint is that with Hairprint, you get to maintain your highlights. You get to maintain all the nuance and the variations, and that makes for super pretty hair. So I've already gotten started on the first step, which is the prepare, which is the pre-treatment shampoo. Now, before I do this, I actually apply the chelating shampoo. I washed my hair with the chelating shampoo, and I'll show you what it looks like. Looks like this. It's a serious detoxifier, and what that does is it helps to remove buildup, like buildup from styling products, buildup from hair care products, from the mineral deposits in our water. You know, we don't really realize how much buildup we have on our hair, even from clean products, and even just from water and the environment. So what I do is I wash my hair with the chelating shampoo, and I'll actually do that a couple times the week before Hairprint, and I'll do it also kind of like once a week, maybe starting about like 2 weeks before I do Hairprint. If you are doing Hairprint for the first time, a big tip is about 2 weeks before you do Hairprint, completely switch over from whatever hair care products you're using to Hairprint shampoo and conditioner, and don't use any more styling products, because all of those other products, including clean brands, they contain ingredients that build up on the hair, and all of that buildup prevents the Hairprint from being able to go into your hair. So if you're gonna do Hairprint, set yourself up for success. I only use Hairprint products, and that has made a really big difference. So again, before you do the prepare step, wash your hair with the chelating shampoo, rinse it out, put in the pre-treatment, and you only put this on the new growth. You don't put it on the length, because what it does is it opens up the cuticle slightly to allow the Hairprint to go in, and it can tangle your hair if you do it on the length. So only use it on the new growth. And I get it on the back of my hair too. And I like to massage it in because I have a lot of tough white hairs, especially in the front. So the box says to leave this on for 5 to 10 minutes. I leave mine on for 30 minutes because it helps me get better results. So that's what works really well for my hair. So I'm gonna leave this on for 30 minutes. I'm going to rinse it out, towel dry, and then we'll start with the first restore step. So I left the pre-treatment in for about 30 minutes. Now we're gonna start with the actual color restoration, which is exciting. So the first thing I'm gonna do is actually apply this amla oil to my hairline and my neck and my ears, and I'm gonna apply it to my forearms as well, because Hairprint can get a little bit messy. So when you apply the oil, it'll prevent the Hairprint from staining the skin. So I'm just gonna put this around my hairline. This is really beautiful oil. I'm gonna put this on my neck, my chest, because it can get a little drippy, and then I am gonna put it around my ears. Okay. So I've got the amla oil on, and now we're gonna get started. This is the Hairprint Plus. I'm doing an extra step of the restore because I have those stubborn white hairs. So the kit also comes with gloves and a brush. Okay, so we're gonna do Restore Powder and Restore Liquid. That's gonna be our first step. And we're gonna do this step 3 times. So the Restore Powder, it just looks like clay. I'm gonna show you. Make sure you get everything out of the packets. Okay. This is what it looks like. See? We're gonna mix it together. It starts to get frothy and foamy. It expands. And it turns this reddish color. So once it is all mixed, then you can start applying it to your hair. And don't be alarmed about the color. It's gonna change color throughout, but the results are going to be amazing. So this is where it can get messy with the application. And so you just wanna make sure that you've taken away anything that you don't want to get stained. So we're gonna make sure that we apply this within 6 minutes. So I'm just looking at my clock. So now you can see it has turned this dark color. And I always start at the front and I kind of pack it in there. Once I get it on my hair, then I actually massage it into my roots. Now, I want to reiterate that I've been doing this for over 2 years, almost 3. So it feels like no big deal to me. It does have a little bit of a learning curve. It will take some time to get used to it, but that's okay. It's totally worth it. It really is, and it really is worth a try. So if you're somebody who is curious but unsure, there's really no harm in trying. And I've had a lot of people reach out to me asking me if, you know, what I think, if they should try it, is it worth it? It's definitely worth it. So I'm about halfway through, and once I've used the brush to get it all on the top, I use my hands and I scoop it out of the bowl and I pack it onto the back of my hair. So the thing about the first step is that it's very interesting. My hair really absorbs all of the hair print. There really isn't any excess. So I'm just pulling it through, kind of squeezing it through. And I got a little bit on my forehead, but that's okay. It's gonna wipe right off because I have that amla oil on. So I have a couple minutes before I have to finish the application part, which is you wanna get it on in 6 minutes. So what I do is I work it into the new growth, kind of scrub it in gently but firmly, just like I do with the prepare step. And I find that this helps work the hair print into my hair. So remember, with the restore steps, you want to get the product on within 6 minutes, and then you leave it on for 15 to 20 minutes. And I'm going to leave mine on for 20 minutes because I want to get the best results possible. So it's been probably about 6 minutes. I keep getting it on my face, but that's okay. It's gonna wipe right off. That's why you put the amla oil on, or any kind of oil. You can use olive oil, you could use coconut oil. Olive oil is probably better than coconut oil because it's a little bit thicker. But after the first restore step, which I'm gonna leave on for 20 minutes now, you don't actually have to rinse this out to do your second step. What is recommended is that you squeeze out the excess with gloved hands, and then you can pack on the second step. And so I don't rinse mine out. I just pack on the second step because my hair really absorbs this first application. And so I'm going to leave this on for 20 minutes, and then I'm going to do the second restore step. I'm gonna rinse that out, and then we'll come back and see what the results are. I just wanna show you that hair print is so non-toxic, you can eat it. It tastes like baking soda and dirt. It's gritty like dirt. Totally non-toxic beauty. So I just rinsed out the second restore step. And as you can see, there is still a lot of gray hair. But what I do see is that it is more gray and less white than before. So I'm gonna do the third step of restore. I'm not losing faith yet. My hair is pretty tough, but I'm gonna do the third step, and then we'll see what it looks like at the end. I just rinsed out the third restore step, and look, the results are incredible. It is so different from the last time I rinsed my hair, which was just after 2 steps of restore. So here's a huge tip for those of you who have tried hair print and didn't get the results that you wanted. Maybe you need to do the hair print plus. So I don't know if I mentioned before, but I do the dark kit and I do the hair print plus. So it's 3 steps of restore instead of 2, and then you have to do the complete step, which all of the kits have that. So I'm really excited. I'm gonna do the final step, which is complete, and I'm gonna show you what that looks like when it's all mixed together. So I've got the complete liquid and the complete powder in my bowl, and you can see it's like a dark plum color. It's actually really pretty. It doesn't expand the way that the restore step does. And it actually gets very warm, I think, from the chemical reaction. So I'm gonna go ahead and apply this to my hair in the same way that I apply restore. You just kind of pack it in. I'm gonna get all parts of my hair. I apply this within 6 minutes, and then I'm gonna leave it on for 15. I'm gonna pull it through the length, and then I'm going to rinse it out, and I'll show you the final results. Well, I finished my application. I did the complete step. I just rinsed it out, and you can see I got amazing coverage. And look how pretty it is. I've got these little itty bitty white hairs that you might be able to see that usually are kind of left, but it really doesn't bother me at all. But you can see the difference between doing 2 steps of restore and doing that third step is night and day. So I'm so glad they came out with this plus kit because it's made a huge difference for me. But you can see my grays are gone. So I haven't even conditioned my hair yet. I'm going to use the Wash and Grow conditioner. That's what I have right now. So what I usually do is after I rinse out that final complete step, I'll put in conditioner and I just gently comb it through, and I put a little bit of the amla oil on the ends of my hair. So one thing to know, and one thing that people do complain about, is that your hair can feel kind of dry after doing hair print, but that feeling goes away after a couple of days. I am really happy with hair print. I'm looking forward to conditioning this and putting oil in and combing it through. If you have any questions at all, always feel free to reach out to me. You can also reach out to Hair Print customer service. They are amazing at answering any questions. So I hope this was helpful, and I wish you all the best and best of luck with hair print.